All right, what's up guys, it's Kostef here, and I have Dylan Theory McGee with me, and today we're going to be doing the SCUF Gaming Q&A with Team Kaliber. So some of these questions are frankly going to be a little more savage than the way I would word them, you know, even though I'm the one reading them, just to let you guys know that they're coming from you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, because like this first one here, he goes, not being competitive for a couple years.
Wow.
Goes, how does it feel to be back at the top again?
Like 10 league spots, we were 11th.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, you know, because, you know, that was just not how I would have worded that. All right, and then getting kicked out of Pro League by King Poppy to winning CWL Dallas. Thoughts?
Wow, like my teammate got held at customs. Like he was literally in handcuffs.
Yeah, and we played with Bose. I mean, I love Bose, but like my dude hadn't played competitive. He hadn't played competitively in like,
he was on the shelf for like a couple months.
Yeah, see, that's not being competitive. It's not playing at all. But yeah, all right. And then the next one, it hadn't placed top 8 at LAN in over a year. And then placed, you know, 25th through 32nd at Champs.
I mean, yeah, the Champs one, that one hurt. But like we had a really good pool and all our matches were really close, but I mean, there's still no excuse for that, but.
No, we had a lot of talks after Champs. You know, the goal was to, you know, to get back into the limelight, to get back into the league, to get back into, you know, the real, you know, I guess just atmosphere of competitive Call of Duty, which is a place that we had, you know, entered in Call of Duty esports in. So we definitely wanted to get back there, and we definitely rolled the dice. What's one word to describe your guys' journey in the past year? One word.
In the past,
you only get one.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster?
Roller coaster.
I mean, I agree. Roller coaster would be good, but it wasn't terrible.
Personally, like I had a lot of family like tragedy.
Oh, yeah.
So then like to cap off the year with a win, like, and how bad we did at Champs and everything. So the beginning of the year was definitely down there, and now we're up, so we good.
Yeah, no, 2017, like, it wasn't necessarily the worst year I've ever had, but they can definitely have that one back. Like, the gaming industry, 2017 hit us pretty hard. Like, popular games got railroaded by newer games, you know, all the whole YouTube ad rev thing, our struggles in Call of Duty esports, our struggles in, you know, our other esports that we went into. Yeah, 2017 wasn't the nicest year. What went into building this team? Why Chino and Kenny?
I mean, with the loss of Happy and Goonjar, we knew that we needed another AR talent in the form of Chino, so he brings the AR presence, and then Kenny was just an up-and-comer that we knew could be an aggressive sub-player that could just slay. I mean, it just happened to work out perfectly.
I mean, now I'll definitely take like a backseat role to those decisions. You know, we definitely, the question leads on to asking why did we keep theory and accuracy? And you know, Call of Duty esports is just one of the most turbulent esports there is. The game changes every single year, which forces a lot of team changes. And I never gave up on Dylan because I knew he had a championship ability. Like he had a champion ability to play. So that was why I stuck by Dylan. And accuracy's a GOAT. I mean, he was always a GOAT. He was another victim of circumstances. So that was why we stuck with them. And then yeah, Dylan, you know, believed in Chino. Everyone knows that Team Kaliber has been friends with Chino from like streams and just everything for a really long time.
I teamed with him a couple years ago.
Yeah, and he's also had a really great competitive history too. People, you know, discount Chino, but you know, he's been up there quite a few times. And then I didn't know anything about Kenny. I got a lot of questions about that. I got a lot of pats on the back. Yo, Justin, good job, you know, spotting Kenny and all that stuff like that. And then I told him the truth every time. I was like, no, I had nothing to do with that decision.
The thing that I saw like with Kenny and I had like the idea of like wanting to pick him up when accuracy brought it up to me was like he still tried to transition into Halo competitively. So he did the same thing as Hook and he went to Halo and placed, but he was still placing like 9 through 12 in Halo. So he still had the competitive atmosphere and was still going to events. And when he came and played COD events, like he was still placing top 6. So like it's way different to play with somebody who goes to events and plays on a stage compared to these kids that play in their home, in their living room or wherever, in their bedroom for 5 years in an S&D tournament. Like it's just a completely different atmosphere.
How involved are the content creators with the COD team? Or are they just running support for the org? Throw some shots.
I mean, there are certain members that support us and there's certain members that have interests elsewhere. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that are like Fuya, she's the biggest like TK COD team fan ever.
She sends me like good luck messages, congrats texts, like everything. Like even though I'm gonna see her in like 30 seconds, like I win a 2K, I'm getting a congrats text from Fuya. Like she's our biggest fan.
From my point of view, no, it's all kind of like, I don't know, a concert of efforts, you know, to get where we are now. But from his point of view, yeah, there's Fuya screaming in the front row, and then there's, you know, Crispy running around chasing Twitter girls. Justin, how's your relationship with Dylan? I mean, me and Dylan have, I don't know, like our relationship, it's not like I guess any other relationship with anybody else in the house, is in that we don't really spend that much time together. Is, you know, I'm busy running the org and making videos and kind of covering, you know, everything else that TK is doing while he really mans, you know, the COD team. Is, you know, like he is a basement dweller. Like, we make that joke. We didn't stick him down there. But no, like, you know, I think ever since the first team house back in Atlanta like 2 or 3 years ago, we developed kind of a routine where he would come up to my room and we would hang out and talk for about 10, 15 minutes almost every day. And that's a tradition that, like, without even me thinking about it until like right now, that he still does that. Like pretty much at the end of the day, every single day, I'm usually up on my computer just, you know, knocking away or just watching streams or doing whatever. Like after streams, like this is late at night. This is like really late at night. He comes up and we just shoot the shit. I update him usually on anything with TK. He updates me with anything on the team or anything that I need to know from that aspect. And then I usually give like a short, like 5-minute speech about something because I give rants and he listens to me rant.
This guy talks more than anybody I've ever met in my life. So I don't come up for talks or nothing like that. All right, making it all cheesy and corny like that. All right, every night and all this bullshit. Like, come on, bro.
No, I just rant.
You know, we come up, Teddy's hanging out. We know we try to find stuff to do. Like, when you get done off the game, like, what else is there to do when you live in a team house other than trying to hang out with your friends? So.
No, it's cute and cheesy. He climbs 2 flights of stairs.
Right, because my elevator's broken. Damn.
Unannounced every night, like, you know, like the neighborhood cat. It just comes, you know, at a certain time for food. Like, yeah, it's exactly like that. Don't let him front. This whole interview he's been fronting. I
don't front at all.
Get some comments, get some responses on Twitter, something. Just
look at this guy. He literally lives 2 lives. Like, come on.
That's not even true. How did it feel knowing Dylan had been at it, grinding and sacrificing to see him raise that trophy at Dallas? Team Kaliber has been in Call of Duty esports for quite a while, and this was our first win. So while they were doing that, I was getting congratulated by, like, you know, all the sponsors, everyone that works in MLG, all of our, you know, partners and affiliates and people that we know. When the actual moment when they won, yeah, no, it was incredibly, you know, the words can't describe it. It was crazy seeing the whole team raise the trophy, not just Dylan. You know, seeing, you know, Dylan do it, obviously, you know, was special and amazing, but no, seeing the team that, you know, put in all the effort, that because they all have their own stories, they all have their own, I guess, paths it took to get here, and to see them all do it together, that was what was crazy. So, what does he mean to Team Kaliber? I mean, I don't know. He's our GOAT. He's our GOAT, man.
Finally.
Dilly, bro. The homie Pooh Bear, man. My dude. Nah, he's just, you know, he is Team Kaliber. Just like I would say I'm Team Kaliber. Just like I would say Sharp is Team Kaliber, even though he's not even on our COD team and he's playing for another team. He's still like...
Nah, he is.
Yeah, he's Team Kaliber. Like, this is, you know, this group of, like, people that's been working together, it really came up and everything we've done has been together. So, no, well, you know, we're all Team Kaliber. Like, you know, he doesn't mean something to Team Kaliber. He is Team Kaliber. Here we go. Theory. Why have you stayed with TK for so long?
I mean, me and Justin have talked about it, like he said, since we moved into the first Atlanta house. Like, when we met at the first UMG Atlanta back in, like, 2013, like, we both had kind of like a same vision on how everything would pan out, and I think it finally just came to fruition. And throughout the years, like, you know that TK is one of the only organizations with a family backing and the fans to actually, like, support something when it's achieved, rather than just achieving something and it just being a blimp in history and it going away. So I wanted to do something for an organization that actually needed something for it to mean something.
You've been the anchor of this team since Black Ops 2. You've gone through many roster overhauls. Besides winning, what's different about this roster?
I'd say communication. We probably have, like, the top tier communication. Like, that just separates teams to a whole new level. Like, you can always compete at an event and place top 8, top 6. But like, to get into the finals and stuff like that, like, you have to have good communication, because you got to be able to focus on like just what's going on in the game and know where your teammates are and what's going on. I would also say is like we all have the ability to take over in a certain moment, like in the communication, and like we know exactly what to do, and no matter what gun you have, what utility you have, like they'll go do it regardless of the situation and make the best out of that situation.
And the next question, how rewarding is it to see your hard work pay off? It's amazing.
Yeah.
It makes it all worth it, kinda, maybe just a little bit. You know, jumping from, you know, like the story does go, that we didn't kind of like slowly grind our way back up, switching rosters. We, you know, did the same thing we did originally, is we kind of just put a roster together and jumped right back up to the top. Speaking to CWL Dallas, how did you guys feel going into the event? Do you have any idea that you guys would end up winning it?
Winning it seemed a little far-fetched. What like really helped us, I'd say, was the 2K before Dallas, where we got second. I think it gave us that ability to understand what it's like to play in an important tournament, like for something that means a lot. And then like, because like we played like really flustered and really like nervous and stuff like that, and the maps were still really close and we still had a chance to win it. So I think we understood from that moment, like, just calm down and play your game and everything will be okay. Like, it's gonna work out.
How do you feel going into NOLA? Oh, I'm a full-fledged believer now. If I was just a believer before, now I'm thinking legacy. I'm hoping they go in there and they win this tournament. I'm hoping they solidify it. You know, watching the casters say, you know, everything they said throughout that event, because of course they got to discount the unproven new team. And I feel like that attitude towards their team will continue unless we place really well at CWL NOLA. So I believe that if we go there and we kill it, yeah, no, we'll solidify our place as, you know, one of the top teams looking into 2018, rather than, you know, maybe a team that has had a great event. 5-5 last map, S&D and finals at NOLA. Who do you want in that situation?
Dude, I'd take all 3 of my teammates in a 1v1 5-5. I swear to God, I'd put all 3 of them. Like, dude, Accuracy had a 1v4 in finals. Chino had like 3 1v3s on the weekend. Good. And Kenny is one of the most crazy players I've ever seen in my life in Search and Destroy. Like, the plays that he makes, like, he just knows what's going on. Like, dude, I'll take any of them. I'm the only one I don't want in that situation. Like, I'll take any of those 3 over me.
What's next for TK? Are you confident in your team to repeat?
Oh, yeah. 100% confident. Just because of the holidays and there's a bunch of roster changes.
Yeah.
I would say that, like, downtime has helped us not fall behind at all. So like our little mini vacation, because we had people traveling and stuff like that, like there was no 2K for us to miss, and there was no like a lot of other teams scrimming. So I think right now we're good. Like, we just stay on our track, get back to the grind, and we'll be straight. I just need my twin, bro. I'm missing my other baby.
Yeah, it's waiting for us to know.
It's waiting right here. Come do papa.
We have a lot of, you know, large expectations for our Call of Duty esports team and everything that we're going to be doing over there. And on the side of Team Kaliber, this is a year for expansion on our organization side in almost every front that we have. So no, 2018 is looking like a good year to be, you know, a TK fan. And we couldn't be more excited to finally be able to provide you guys with that kind of year. So, yeah.